Hanfu is the traditional costume of Han nationality in China, and it has a history of thousands of years. Hanfu has, according to its own shape and cutting methods, special and detailed rules, which are rooted in the hidden culture behind this ancient costume. What I'm going to make today is a kind of Hanfu, BeiZi. It originated in Sui Dynasty and prevailed in Song and Ming Dynasty. It was a kind of regular dress in Song Dynasty. The length of BeiZi is different. When people need work, they will choose shorter ones. Contrarily, the longer ones are usually used for formal or ceremonial occasions. BeiZi is usually plain without too many patterns. Plain fabrics are used in the most of time, while sometimes it will use jacquard fabric. However, it is also possible to stage patterned fabrics on the placket and cuffs. Like other Hanfu, BeiZi has a middle seam. The middle seam is a vertical seam line at the center of clothing. It was originally used due to the insufficient technology of wide-width fabric production. However, in the process of clothing development, it was endowed with the meaning of justice and righteousness. Then it evolved into an indispensable part of Hanfu. In the Song Dynasty, most of BeiZi has straight collars and split in the both sides. Shorter ones last to the waist, while longer ones cross the knees. This is the design drawing of BeiZi in the Song Dynasty. The purpose of drawing on the clothes with chalk is to divide the clothes, then reasonable clipping the clothes. The clothes I use today is 1.5 meters in width, but in Song Dynasty, the width of clothes is only a third of the current width, only 15 to 16 centimeters. This is why ancient Hanfu used multiple splicing technology. Even our weaving technology has been greatly improved today, but Hanfu is still made according to originally design. When clipping the clothes, we need to set aside 2 to 4 centimeters of edges from line of drawing, which is for the clothes connection later. At the same time, the plates such as oxtar also need to undertake an arc processing for convenient sewing later. The first sewing step is the sewing of the middle seam. The middle seam not only has an important implicit meaning of Hanfu, but also is very important seam in the sewing process. The middle seam is the most important seam of the frame of Hanfu. Together with the sleeve part, they form the overall frame of the Hanfu. The sewing method in both places are called come and go. This sewing method is characterized by the need to sew twice, and it can hide the rough side perfectly in the gap. After the process of sewing, ironing, resewing, reironing, the stitches of the clothes would be very smooth, no matter it's on the front or back. The sewing method of set seam is different from other parts. The first step of sewing set seam is ironing. After that, the shape of the set seam is fixed. The key of this step depends on the processing of turning place and ending point. In order to achieve the purpose of smooth and beautiful, turning place need to be used scissors to cut 3 to 4 cuts in advance. Then sew those cuts again, and fix with needles and thread finally. Therefore can achieve neat and firm. In sewing process of the cuff, the difficulty is to connect the stitches from begin to the end. After a lump of stitches around the cuff, the most perfect state for a cuff to be connected is in the same position it began. When solving the color of Hanfu, the most important thing is the turning point at the neck. The difference between Hanfu and other modern clothes is that, unlike the dimensioning cutting, the Hanfu has plain cutting structure. That is, if Hanfu is put in flat, it wouldn't have any protrusion, and the turning point solving on the collar decide whether or not this dress would be a perfect flat state.